Breathe better and sleep deeper with the Levoit Classic 160 Top Fill Humidifier. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description to get your Levoit Top Fill Humidifier on Amazon today and enjoy a healthier, more comfortable home. Welcome to Floodwatch News, where we dive into the stories that matter most. Today, we're taking a closer look at India's struggle to protect its domestic industries from flooding imports from countries like China. In recent years, India has seen an alarming rise in dumping of goods, particularly steel, hydrogen peroxide, and soda ash, which are essential for manufacturing various products like soaps, detergents, toothpaste, and hair dye. The impact on Indian industries is severe, with many struggling to compete with cheap imports that flood the market. According to the Directorate General of Trade Remedies, DDTR, between 1991 and August 2020, only 0.7% of all DTAR recommendations were rejected by the Finance Ministry. However, since September 2020, the rejection rate has skyrocketed to 63%, indicating a clear tilt towards protecting consumer interests at the expense of domestic industries. The US, and Canada have retained tariffs levied in 2018 to thwart similar large-scale imports from China. India, too, had many tariffs that expired. But here's the catch. These countries are not as consumer-focused as India. In fact, they've taken a more balanced approach that considers both consumers' interests and domestic industries. The situation is particularly dire for steel manufacturers in India, with China sitting on a 100 million ton surplus steel capacity. Imports from China will continue to flood into India unless the government takes action against dumping. Indian steel companies are struggling to expand capacity, and this inability to invest has hit private investment in the sector hard. Industry experts point out that China's excess capacity is responsible for India Inc.'s inability to ramp up private investment. If China, dump stock overseas, we cannot export, says Sanjeev Puri, president of the Confederation of Indian Industry and CMD, ETC Limited. The situation isn't unique to steel alone. Soda ash companies are also feeling the pinch as imports from Bangladesh flood their markets in East India. Hydrogen peroxide manufacturers are facing a similar issue with Chinese imports affecting their businesses in the region. So what's at stake? The government's ability to balance competing interests of consumers and industry could be severely tested. As industries struggle to compete, the question remains, will India find a way to protect its domestic industries or continue to prioritize consumer interests? That's the story we're following here on Floodwatch News. We'll keep you updated as more information comes in. Stay informed with us for the latest news and analysis on emerging stories that matter most. Thanks for joining us on this special report from Floodwatch News.